Okay, so now you had a whole bunch of movies with Chong, and now you have a solo movie that was a hit.
Yeah.
So now you're getting into your own solo career.
Yeah.
We started doing some voiceovers for some animated films. I think was the first one. What was it?
Oliver and Company.
Yeah, Oliver and Company. You played Tito the Chihuahua.
Tito the Chihuahua. You know, it was. I got this. That's animation is really what set me up after Tommy and I broke up. Animation. I got called in to audition for this movie, as a voice, and I went in and did it, and I had never done that before. It was always just me, and I didn't do very good. I was like, okay, so just finding my way through what you're supposed to, what level, blah, blah, blah. And so I got in the parking lot, and everybody said, oh, well, thank you very much. Okay, well, thank you. And I got in the parking lot, I said, man, that fucking sucked, man. I'm going to go do it again. I'm going to see if they'll let me. So I went back in and says, hey, man, what I did sucked. I want to do it again if you do it. They said, okay, sure. So the director, George Scribner, actually spoke Spanish because he lived in Panama with his family for a number of years. And so he was in tune to kind of which way he wanted it to go. And so I said, you got any direction here if you want to give me for this? He said, play it like you have your finger stuck in a light socket. And I said, say no more. And I went in there and at full volume, and then you could see everybody in the studio changing. Oh, hey, wait a minute. And the animators were all drawing me, blah, 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 this like that. And the guys finished it, and I couldn't speak after it because it's like at full volume and that voice all the time. And the guy said, okay, well, we're going to start this in about 2 weeks. So this is your start date. Okay, I could do that, and it was like, that was my out, this is my path. I was going forward on this anime thing. And then we started doing a lot of them. Next one came up was Lion King. Right.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, you played Banzai the Hyena.
Banzai the Hyena. Actually, it was supposed to be the two it was me and Whoopi Goldberg and Ed Cummings did, but it was supposed to be me and Tommy and Whoopi Goldberg, but he turned it down because he didn't want to do Disney movies or something. I guess that was the deal. So I go, okay, well, I'll pick up your check instead.
All right. I mean, Lion King went down to become what many consider as the best Disney movie of all time.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. I mean, it really, but the thing, it came in at the same time the VHS was coming in and compact discs were coming in. And so the VHS or what did they call it in those days? It was VHS or?
Beta.
Beta and
VHS were the two competing formats.
VHS, but they were, you could buy like a movie like a record. And it was the first one coming out, and what was I going to say? So anyways, it sold, I think, 15 million VHS recording and 15 million albums, of the soundtrack. So they're getting paid for 30 million albums all at once, all around the world. I'm like, yo, I'm going to do this for a little while, man, because this is good, man.
Well, right. You went on to do Ramon and Cars, and then also Cars 2 and Cars 3. Uh-huh. So you were really doing a lot of animation stuff.
Yeah, I was. It was like, this is what I want to do, man. This is cool. And I've done a lot of other ones that are just they always ask me to, most of the time, be in them, even if it's just a little part. It was kind of like when John Lasseter was there, I was always in every one of those movies. So that was cool.
Okay, then 1990, you did Shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah. It was a solo effort. It was okay. It was good. It was funny. Yeah.
Yep. But then in 1992, you and Chong got back together to do Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what led up to you guys working together again?
I don't know. I think they wanted him to do it. They had a part for him, and he finally decided, Cheech is doing okay on this, maybe I'll do it too. So he came in, and it wasn't really particularly Cheech and Chong part. They just wanted two voices in there, I guess. So we did that, and then we didn't work again together for a while.
I mean, did you guys reunite, or did you guys work out any of your differences during that time, or not really?
Yeah. I think I don't know what the time. I can't remember what the timeline is specifically, but we decided to waited a little while, and then we got this big offer to go on the road again. To say, and it's like, okay. And let's try it. So I got together with Tommy, and he was doing a show. He was working with his wife Shelby a lot, and they were a team. And they were doing a show in La Jolla, the Comedy Store down there. And he says, "Hey, come down to La Jolla and sit in with the show." So I said, "Okay, sure." Went down. And we had not talked about it. We had not rehearsed, nothing. We hadn't done anything in years and years and years. And when I got him and started doing the bit in the car, he walked on stage, and that was it. It was like we never left. And so, okay, we got this big, if you want to, we got this big tour going on, and it's going to do really well if you want to. That's what we did. And then we were on together for another almost 10 years.
Hmm.
I guess.